All right, well, good morning, folks. Finally out of the tent. Got everything packed up and ready to roll. Everything's in the backpack. Gonna eat a little breakfast and get our teeth brushed before hitting the trail. As you can see, the sun's starting to pop up over the hills here. I don't know what's more impressive, the sunrise or the sunset at these sites here. So yeah, we're gonna have a long day ahead of us, as I already said a million times, 15 miles. But today we're gonna be probably seeing the coolest spots along this trail. We're gonna see like 4 or 5 different waterfalls, which all the streams in the area were pretty much a trickle yesterday, so I'm not really holding my breath to see too much. But there are 4 or 5 waterfalls on the map, as well as a couple vistas. But very mysterious foggy morning here at Cow Run Shelter area. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a little update on how things are looking and how we're feeling. Knees bothering me a little bit, shoulder still kind of hurts, but you know, that's what happens when you carry a 30-pound bag on your back. So all right, so day 2 of backpacking starts now, and I already kind of gave Chris a shout out last week. If you want to see another fellow YouTuber's hiking channel, check him out at Hiking with Ricky. I'll put a little link down below. He's going to be coming out with his own videos, you know, including me on the Gerard Trail here. So this is part 2, and I think the next time you see us, we'll be on trail. So all right. Alrighty, well, we have made it onto the trail just a little after 7:45 right now, and I probably said it every time I talk to you guys, but we got a long day ahead of us. But it's going to be full of some cool overlooks and waterfalls. Our first stop of the day is going to be a little waterfall, I believe, called Plum Dungeon Falls, and it's in about 3 miles. So I'm not going to bore you guys and talk the whole time, so I will most likely see you at Plum Dungeon Falls in 3 miles, because we kind of gotta step up our pace a little bit today if we want to get to camp before it's dark. But we got a pretty mysterious foggy morning here in the wilds of Pennsylvania. So all right, I will see you most likely at Plum Dungeon Falls, aka the coolest named waterfall ever. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous morning here along the Gerard Trail. As you can see, we're kind of traversing this little valley here, descending on down. I believe we're heading down towards Plum Dungeon Falls. I don't know if we're going to gain a little elevation, but hemlocks pretty much everywhere you look, with an occasional birch tree. And pretty much everything is just moss covered and absolutely beautiful down here. Couldn't ask for a better morning here. Could be a little foggier, I guess, but yeah, this is just Pennsylvania at its purest right here. So I didn't talk too much about last night. So did mention my pillow broke, so I had to pretty much sleep flat on the ground last night. we heard quite a few different animals last night. Coyotes howling all throughout the night. Heard, I believe it was a raccoon not too far away making some crazy demonic noises. But other than that, it was a pretty solid night of sleep. So we're going to catch up with Chris here. He's probably a good quarter of a mile in front of us right now, so pick up the pace. Well, after we descended through that little valley there with all the streams, we hiked along the railroad tracks for a few minutes, rounded a bend, and now we are just going pretty much straight uphill right now in this dark, spooky forest. You can see the sun has pretty much been drowned out by these big old hemlock trees. But yeah, we're heading straight up. My knee feels like it's about to explode at any minute. I'm in a lot of pain, but we're gonna push through. But still, in all this pain, still admiring how awesome this forest is. So Chris is just up ahead here. We'll link up with him in just a second. All right, as promised, here we are at Plum Dungeon Falls, the coolest named waterfall in Pennsylvania. So we hiked up a pretty decent bit of elevation, probably 400 to 500 feet, I would guess. My knee is on fire, but let's go on down and check out Plum Dungeon Falls. Not really expecting to see too much, but I'll show you what I see. Alrighty, well, as I said earlier, the creeks are pretty dried up along the trail here, but here is your view at Plum Dungeon Falls, or if you want to call it a fall right now. It's more of a trickle. It's very hard to see, but right through the tree line here, it looks like there's a good maybe 40-foot drop off, but not much to see. So we're gonna hang out here, regroup a little bit, and then head on down to the next waterfall, which is known as Broughton Falls. So that's another 4 miles. But yeah, unfortunately, not much water here at Oil Creek right now. So alrighty. All right, so we have to pause the video here. So if you've been paying attention to this episode as well as last episode, you probably heard me complain a bit about my knee in a few clips. So after about 2 miles into our longest day of the journey, we were supposed to hike around 15 miles today. And like I said, 2 miles in, my knee began to bother me more than it had the day before, to the point where I was almost in tears. My knee felt like I had glass inside of it. And we basically had 2 choices to make. We could either push through and reach camp late at night, and when I say late, I mean like midnight, and just push through the pain, or there was another route that we could hike along Miller Farm Road, almost straight to the shelter, and would basically save my knee from hiking an additional 11 miles. So we made the smart decision, we thought, and opted to take the shortcut, a decision at the end that we both agreed on, and it just felt right. So this is our journey to Wolfkill Shelter, but ultimately it cut off 11 miles of the trail, which definitely sucked, and I felt bad to put Chris in that position, but yeah, I also didn't film too much along the way because I was just in a lot of pain. So yeah, here's our journey to Wolf Kill Shelter. Alrighty, here we are. Shelter number 6, never looked so good. This is home for the night. It looks like we're gonna have some nice area to put up a tent, honestly, and we'll even be able to see the stars pretty well due to the new moon. But yeah, let's.
That was the hardest part of it.
Yeah, it was rough. I didn't think I was gonna be able to walk anymore. So yeah, here's a view of the inside of the shelter. And yeah, let me get a seat here. I'm drenched and miserable. Whew. Oh, now I know how butterfly feels. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I guess this is like a slack pack.
It's gonna suck in water out of it, but also we're not carrying 30 pounds on our back either, so it's not gonna be like.
Peanut butter?
Watch, we'll eat harbor food and we won't have anything for dinner.
Yeah,
We're just gonna, we came back to camp, we're just pigging out.
What did you say?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man.
Hold on.
Boiling already. That was quick. Mmm. Just like mama's. Not too bad. Yeah, not bad. All right, well, the sun is setting on yet another September day here in Pennsylvania, and it might not have been the best day for me, but we still put in nearly 10 miles a day. Had a pretty awesome day exploring the Gerard Trail as well as Oil Creek. So the knees feeling a little bit better, got some more ibuprofen going, got some electrolytes in me. So we'll see how I feel tomorrow morning. Chris and I were kind of talking, you know, if I can't walk in the morning, he's gonna do the remaining 11, and then there luckily enough is a parking area about a, I don't know, quarter mile, eighth of a mile away from the shelter area here. So the plan is, you know, if I'm not able to walk, he'll come and grab me, which, you know, it is what it is. I don't want to do like long-term, even more long-term damage to my knee. So yeah, not what I expected to do out here, that's for sure. But you win some and you lose some, I guess. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed this episode of Maksim Outdoors. Glad you guys all stopped out and checked it out. Like I said a million times before, check out Chris's YouTube channel as well, Hiking with Ricky. He's gonna have his own spin on these adventures. So we're looking forward to coming back up here in the spring and trying to do the full 36. But by the end of the day tomorrow, hopefully I have 30 miles under my belt. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like this video if you can, and part 3 will be coming out next week. So let's see if the knee holds up. But alrighty, I'll see you back here at Oil Creek next week. Later, folks.
$1 hit the blade. Trying to buy still a ticket to the pearly gate.
What is going on? I think we just started an owl riot. Hopefully you guys can hear that. They sound so serious. They're like,
Snobby owl.
yeah.